All right, so to start this off, I want to talk to you about Crest.com. And just as a little bit of a, let me preempt this with that this is kind of like a hang video. I'm going to be bouncing around, I'm going to show you some stuff, and it's kind of like an exploration and the mindset of what I think you should be looking for when you're trying to figure out what your niche should be. So it's going to be a little bit of a jumping around process, and I have not scripted any of this. I'm just kind of going and showing you what I see as I see it. And I'm hoping that this is going to be helpful for you if you're looking to start a niche blog of some kind, whatever that may be. So Crest.com is a very interesting website to me because they're not just pushing their toothpaste, because on the top level approach, if you're just thinking about Crest, I usually think of toothpaste, toothbrushes, whitening kits, stuff of that nature. But it can be hard to think about, like, what do you write for a blog? If you had a job, if your job was to write for Crest.com's blog, where would you even start? And the answer to that is looking at the data, because if you were to pull up their blog here, and let's just take a look, because we've got Crest whitening strips. I thought this was a good blog entry that they've got because it's about safe and easy teeth whitening. And what's so interesting about that is that they're showing helpful content on how to get the best results for your teeth whitening routine. They're showing you tips on how to do it properly. They're showing you, all kinds of helpful things that basically help you maintain your white teeth, degrees of teeth whitening, all this stuff. All with the goal of selling you a tooth whitening kit. And what your blog could be in the end is basically a version of this, where you're providing a helpful piece of content for somebody and you're promoting some sort of product that gets you paid some amount of money. It can be a lower commission affiliate program like Amazon, which is like between 2 and 10%. It could be a high paying affiliate offer, which could be $60, $100, $600. The sky is kind of the limit. And that's what I want to show you, is like, you can make a lot of money very quickly if you're smart, if you're looking at the data, and if you do a good job. And putting all those things together, you really need to start with a good niche and with a good keyword to go after. Because if you have those things, then you can kind of get a list of what it is that you need to do. You have a roadmap to follow, and then you could go out there and build up your site and make a really awesome website out of it, and everybody wins. So this website, let's pop this in to my keyword tool. So we're putting the blog post into my keyword tool. I'm using Ahrefs. It's an excellent tool. It shows me what Google's data is. So I can see what a page shows up for in Google and where it does and why it does. So for example, this page, we've got our keywords here, and it's going to show me the keyword, it's going to show me the keyword difficulty, and it's going to show me the place in Google and the volume of how many times that keyword is searched per month. So for instance, good example here, right down here, can you drink water with whitening strips on? That's the keyword. We have a volume of 300 searches per month and a keyword density, that's what KD means, of 9. So the KD is a 0 through 100 scale, 100 being very difficult to show up in the top 10 on Google for, 0 being very easy to show up in Google for. So if you're starting a blog of any kind, any sort of new website, you would want to aim for something that's like a 10, like a 0 to 10 or a 0 to 5 keyword density, because that's something that you can actually show up for in Google very quickly. If you were to go for something that's super difficult, like, let's open up a new one here. Ahrefs has been very slow today, so I apologize. we're going to be waiting for a lot of page loading. So if you were to put in something like stocks, which is a very broad statement, very broad keyword, you can already see that it's a 98. It's super difficult, which basically means like if you made a website and the goal of that page, whatever the page is to rank for the word stocks, it's nearly impossible. It is impossible for you to show up for that because the top hit on that is going to be, as we can see here, is Bloomberg. Also, if you were to go into Google and we're going to look up stocks, it's just going to be a bunch of news because that's what dominates. So financial news is always going to be dominated by Bloomberg, which is correctly shown here as number 1, Yahoo Finance, CNBC, all these things. So the next question that comes to mind is, okay, so let's say I want to start a blog and let's say I want to tackle something like this. How would I find a keyword to actually go after where I could show up in Google? And let's jump back to the Crest example here because they're doing it. They're doing it exactly how I'm describing it to be because they're going after lower competition keywords. We're looking at like a 16. And keep in mind, this list is being shown it's sorted by traffic. So highest traffic at the top, lowest at the bottom. This page, I believe, organically is getting, let's see, it has 1,000 keywords. Okay, so it has about 8,000 people a month coming to this page. 1,000 keywords that it ranks for in Google. So you could be pretty damn sure that they're making money on this page because they're pushing people into their Crest whitening strips. Add to cart, $45 right here. We've got a coupon code. We've got add to cart. We've got products at the bottom. We've got a comparison table in here. All really helpful stuff. And they're showing up for very easy stuff because it's all Crest related things of how to take care of your teeth, how to whiten your teeth. So let's actually slim this down. Let's go to a 5 or lower. Because my point is that if you were to start a blog and you wanted to do something like a blog about teeth whitening, you really could do that. Yes, you might be competing with Crest and you might be competing with some other big dogs out there. But what you need to do is you need to be able to look at the data and drill down into that niche, whatever it may be, and find the things that are low competition. Because we could see here, once I slimmed it down to a 0 to 5 threshold, can I drink water with whitening strips on? That has nothing to do with Crest. These are not branded necessarily. These aren't branded keywords. Can you drink water with white strips on? Can you drink? Okay, so a lot of these are repetitive. So if you made a killer piece of content on if you can keep your strips on while you're drinking water, you could, cumulatively garner about 200 people a month coming to your page just on that topic alone. So if your goal is to sell whitening strips, you make a killer piece of content, it's very low competition, you could show up in Google pretty quickly. You could have an image of that product on the page. Maybe it's something you've tried in the past and you liked it. I always advise you to try and give honest opinions and reviews on things. But by doing that, you could make money on this page alone just by doing something as simple as that. And let's dive in here because I'll show you on offer vaults, because we were talking about how Amazon, their offer is usually like 2% to 10%, give or take. It depends on what product it is that you sell. Keep in mind that you're making money on the entirety of that person's cart. So if they buy just the white strips, yeah, you might make $1 or $2. But let's say somebody orders $300 worth of gear, they're stocking up for the season, the holiday seasons are coming up. Maybe they need garbage bags, whatever it is. You're making money on the entirety of that cart. So you could be pulling in like $28, $30 a sale just from this one page alone on whitening strips. Kind of cool. So let's go here and let's look at whitening, because there's also high paying affiliate offers for this topic. We're looking at Tri-Snow LED toothbrush. We're looking at different whitening processes, Cleaner Smile LED teeth whitening kit, with payouts that pay between $60 and $100 a sale. Some of these offers, they just want a lead. You don't even have to sell them a product. They just want somebody's email or their credit card information, stuff like that. So you've got two ways to make money right there just with whitening kits alone. You're welcome. All right, so let's continue. I'm in a snarky mood today. I apologize. So let's say you're not really interested in doing a tooth whitening blog, which I don't blame you. It sounds not super fun, but let's say you're looking into stocks. You want to do something to do with finance, because finance actually pays really well. If you were to think about it in terms of, not only are you looking to sell, maybe your goal is not to sell anything, and that's okay. If your goal is to sell something, you can make money on ads, ad clicks. It's on a per click basis. You can make money on products. You can make money on retirement plans, different things like, for instance, Motley Fool, which is a finance blog. They do a great job, and they have an affiliate program where you can earn $72 a sign up. Let's actually look at Fool. I'll show you Fool. A lot of these sites are doing is exactly what I'm talking about. They're going after the low-hanging fruit. Their website just happens to be really, really powerful, where they show up number one very easily for these things. But a lot of times you might find yourself like on CNN.com. They might have an article about like the top 10 gifts for a retirement. And you might wonder, hey, that's not news. Why is that there? It's because they're making money on it in some way. Everything is money driven. That's the world that we live in. And if you ever have a question about why something is the way it is, 9 times out of 10, it's because of cost or profit. So let's look here, and I'll show you guys what I'm talking about. So how much do I need to retire? Motley Fool does a great job of this, because their website alone, let's take a look here. And they're actually benefiting from this Google update. They've already picked up a ton of keywords. Their traffic, yes, they've lost some, but they're still getting 6 million people a month organically going to their page, which is pretty awesome. So Motley Fool does a great job with this, because they do blog articles. So this is from September. How much do I need to retire? This is all about saving money for retirement. And if you were to do a finance blog, you could do a blog entry just like this, where you're writing about what it takes. You know, it's not about money, it's about income, how much you're saving per month, per year, how much do you want to have saved away at the side, and then also products, right? We've got, let's see here. We've got an ad, which didn't load, but we've got advertisement, links going out to an entry about retirement down below. More links, and then ads for loans. CIT Bank, SoFi, UFB. Click here to see more. And these things can pay out like hundreds of dollars per sign up. So let's take a look here at this page in particular. And while that does that, well, we'll see what it comes up with. We'll just wait. Okay, so we've got 6,000 people a month going to this page, over 2,000 keywords that they're ranking for. And if you guys are digging this, please let me know in the comments. I want to know if this is helpful to you. I do this every day, all day, because I'm building a ton of websites right now, and I enjoy it a lot. I love digging into the data and finding this kind of stuff. I do this literally all day. So if you want to see more of this, please let me know, because if I could help you guys, why not? I shouldn't have filtered that out, but how much money do you need to retire? You can see it grayed out here. 8,100 searches is very difficult. But if I filter it down to a KD of 5, all this stuff is good. And we can see it's all very low competition. It's not even hitting a 5. We're all at zeros here. And let's sort this by volume. See what the best keyword would be. 48K a year is how much an hour, much needed. Okay, so some of the stuff is kind of junky. 10,000 a month is how much? Bop, 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 bop. How old will I be? Okay, so this isn't super great. Let's kill that off. And let's search for the keyword how. It's all about data mining and finding. You need to look deeper. You always have to go deeper than what you think. Okay, so all these questions, you could see that they're kind of high keyword density. So there's a low probability that you would actually show up in Google for these. Let's see here. A lot of this is obviously geared towards retirement. So let's say that you wanted to do a blog about retirement, and you're in the process of retirement yourself. Maybe you've already gone through it. Maybe you're saving up to do it. You could, so this is not the way I would go. Let's go here. Do it separately. Again, this is an exploration. I'm just showing you how I figure it out. We're on the topic of figuring out a niche for a finance blog. Let's see. Obviously, the keyword retirement is going to be very difficult to get. We're not going there. Let's look at questions. The questions is usually where the gravy is, whatever the niche is. So if you wanted to start a sports blog, if you wanted to do a personal blog, whatever it is that you want to do, what you want to do is when you're doing the keyword research, you want to look at the questions, because if you can answer a question, the search intent is there that that person is looking to learn something. Either they're looking to learn something, they're looking to buy something, they're looking to research something before they buy something. It's a really powerful way to get in, and it tends to be very accessible, because the deeper you go into it, you'll see in a second. Let's see. This is page 1, pretty competitive. I don't think that is super helpful. How to write a retirement letter. That's kind of cool. Let's go to the next page. If it loads. What is a good retirement gift for a man? That is a good one. That's a very good one. Because if you were to start a blog about that, you could literally do an entire, well, let's see. Let's look at it. Let's go deeper. Let's not say anything yet. Let's take a look. So we're looking at about a 7,000 per month. 7,000 people a month going to a page for this. Now, this is very interesting because you could do a retirement niche blog just on gifts and make a ton of money if you were to go through retirement gifts for men. So check this out. Let's see this, okay? And I always like to go back to Google and search whatever it is that I'm doing, because you want to look at what is actually there. The keyword tool is very helpful in showing you what the rank is on paper, but with all the special stuff that Google does with like images, videos, They call these snippets. The people also ask section down here. It can push the results down a bit. So you really want to see what's showing up there. Are there ads? You know, that kind of thing. So retirement gifts for men. We have a ton of products at the top here. We've got ad. So this is a sought after market. People are paying money to show up here. That's important. People also ask. We've got news, best retirement gifts ideas, products, tons of stuff like that. Okay. Etsy. That's very interesting. Etsy is a great platform if you want to sell stuff. So that actually is also a really good way to get into this market, is just by going to Etsy. If you wanted to sell something related to a retirement gift, you could probably dominate this page. Retirement gifts for men. Let's see this. Check this out. I also run an Etsy shop. Again, if you guys are digging this, please let me know in the comments below. I know I'm going a little quickly. I'm figuring this out just as you are. All right, let's see here. Okay, so let's look up retirement gifts for men. Retirement gifts men. Oh, we lost the 4. Interesting. Okay, so this is kind of a high competition keyword. Again, this is the Etsy tool, their keyword tool. They show competition on their platform. So it would probably be difficult to show up on Etsy's page proper for that keyword term. It's going to load here some other ideas in a minute. But if you wanted to make a page, let's go deeper into the keyword. Actually, let's go even deeper. Because while that is still kind of a crowded space, low competition, but very crowded, I think we can go in deeper. We can see while that loads, we can get here. Army retirement gifts for men. Interesting. Retirement gifts for men. Glass. So glass retirement gifts. Very interesting. Gonna put this aside for now. Retirement gifts for men. Okay. Best retirement gifts for men. Okay. Funny retirement gifts for men. Gifts for retired men. Gifts for retirement men. That's a weird way to say that. Gifts for men retirement. So if you were to just look at this page in general, you've got about 8,000 people a month searching in this niche alone. So if you were to build a page that was specific about retirement gifts for men, the top 10 gifts for men, you can come up with something really awesome. Now, this is interesting too because they're a news site-ish. The 8 best retirement gifts for men. They're talking about engraved watches, personalized journal, an indulgent experience, all this stuff. But how are they making money on this page? Well, they're making money because they're pushing people into these offers for finance stuff. SoFi Invest, Interactive Brokers, Yield Street, Betterment, JP Morgan, and if you were to go here to Offer Vault and either go for the Motley Fool, let's do stocks. Some of these affiliate programs, a lot of this is crypto, so I probably wouldn't bother. But some of these like money market accounts and stuff, you can earn 80% on the sale. That could be the sale. That could be 80% on how much they invest. It depends on what the deal is. They're all different. But these guys in particular, they're making a lot of money just by pushing this stuff. So if you wanted to make a similar blog about retirement gifts for men, and you wanted to cover men, women, whatever it is, you go across the board, huge surface area of ideas. You could do retirement gifts for men in winter, Christmas, New Year's. You got people that are already retired. You can make a lot of money. Now, I want to pop this into the tool as well, because I want to see how many people are actually going to this page. If you guys are digging this, please let me know. Let's get those comments up. 500 keywords, almost 3,000 people a month going to this page alone. Retirement gifts for men. It's all the stuff. And actually, these are great because there are so many of these keywords that if you wrote a really strong piece of content, you would pick up not just the one, you'd actually pick up a whole bunch, just like this page is. It's all the same URL on the side. This is all in reference to that one blog post. This page is getting like 3,000 people a month going to it for these keywords. You could be sure that these guys are selling some amount of this retirement stuff. But what you can do and actually do a better job with is you could actually find not just these offers, but you could go out there and you can find products that you can actually also link to and get paid on. Like you can get paid on credit cards, you could get paid on travel credit cards, travel packages. If I think we saw here an indulgent experience. Massages, wine tasting, golfing, gift cards, that kind of thing. Spirits, alcohol. There's tons of websites online where you could buy alcohol. Sports equipment. You can link to Amazon. Travel themed gifts. You could, priority pass memberships. Anything travel related, that stuff gets paid really well. Personal items, just kind of like Amazon stuff, things of that nature. So there's a lot of money being left on the table by this page where they're not actually like fully going, they're not going the full mile with it. They're just really trying to push the finance stuff. All right, guys, so that's going to wrap up today's video. I just wanted to say thank you so much for sticking around. If you did, I hope you found it to be helpful. I want to know if it is helpful, if there's something that you want to understand better, if I went too quickly on something, whatever it is, please share it down below. I want to know. Give me a thumbs up. I've also got a link down in the description. It's an affiliate link for a web hosting company. It's a company that I've used for over 20 years. They're awesome. And the reason why I'm sharing it is because if you're considering doing anything in this realm of starting a website, it's an excellent company because you can get an unlimited plan where basically you're getting as many websites as you want on one account. So I think it's like $100 or $200 for the year. You can add and build as many blogs and niches as you want. You can have 20 blogs, you can have 100 blogs, you can have one website. It's all the same cost. And what's awesome about that is because if you really get into this, you can very easily scale your new business up where you're doing a blog about retirement gifts, teeth whitening, whatever it is that you want to do. These things, they might earn you $5 or $10 a day at some point. They might earn you hundreds of dollars a day. They might earn you thousands of dollars a day. And for the cost of that one hosting plan, that's a drop in the bucket, especially if you take it seriously and you do the work and you follow the steps as I'm showing you and you do the legwork of figuring out how to get the traffic in the door and how to monetize it properly. You can really make out really well by doing it this way. Anyway, that's going to do it for today. I appreciate you guys sticking around. I'll catch you guys in the next video very soon.